welcome again to Virtual Sunday School. Today we are going to be talking about Malachi. If you don't know Malachi, it's a book in the Bible, and it is actually the last book in the Old Testament. It is 4 chapters long. It's a prophetic book. If you look at Malachi 1:1, it's a prophecy, the word of the Lord to Israel through Malachi. That's what prophecy is. It's through somebody, but it's the word of the Lord. So, before we go into it, I would like you guys to go ahead, pause the video, go read Malachi 1, verses 6 through 10, and then Malachi 3, verses 8 through 15, and then come right back. Alrighty, welcome back. So, in this passage, or these passages, we see some not so great behaviors, right? And I mean, kind of disappointing. It's not the kind of stuff that the children of God should be doing. I don't know what your family life is like. Maybe you have your grandparents as your people that are in charge of you and bringing you up. Maybe you have an aunt, an uncle. Maybe you have a mother and a father, or just one or the other. Maybe you have siblings that raise you. But one thing I know for sure is when somebody tells you to do something and you do it with grumbling, it's not always taken well. And when you love somebody, you want to give them the best, right? When you want to show somebody love, or maybe you just really want to show that you appreciate something that somebody's done for you, like maybe somebody cooked a meal for you, so you go and wash the dishes. You want to make sure that those dishes are actually clean and not just leaving food on the plates and putting them away in the cabinets, right? Well, in these passages, we see that the Israelites we know through the Old Testament, they were given instructions by God, right? Through people, but by God. And they continually fail. The Israelites were such failures, but that's okay, because we are too, and God still chooses to love us. He still rebukes them. He wants them to get better. And that's what happens here. In the first part, verses 6 through 10, son honors his father, and a slave his master. If I am a father, where's my honor due to me? If I am a master, where's my respect due to me? It's you priests who show contempt for my name. But you ask, how have we shown contempt for your name? And it says, you defile the food that you give to me. So basically, these people were giving God, so like we talked about with the dishes, you want clean dishes, right? They were giving God the worst of the crop. What we're supposed to do is give the best that we've got to God. And back then with sacrifices, they were supposed to choose the really nice looking calf, the really, the primo stuff, the stuff that would go for top dollar. They were supposed to give that to God. And all the fats too. All of it goes to the Lord. All the fat belongs to the Lord. It's a verse. But they were like, oh, well, we can give this crippled lamb to the Lord, and we can take this thing that's not so good, it's kind of old, it's kind of sick, and give that to God. And God was like, what is wrong with you? I've given you so much. I've taken you out of slavery. I have delivered you. I have given you instructions that are pretty clear, what to do, what not to do, and you still choose to disobey. Why? And we can see in verse 10, God says, I am not pleased with you, says the Lord Almighty. I will accept no offering from your hands. You don't want to be put in that situation. If we go over to 3, it's verses 8 through 15. In my Bible, 13 and 5 through 15 have a little header that says, Israel speaks arrogantly against God. And basically, we see, again, they're like, oh, what did we do? Why are you getting mad at us? And God is reprimanding them. If you have someone who's in charge of you, chances are they reprimand you, and they tell you when you do something wrong. I'm an adult, and I still have people that tell me when I do something wrong. And it's usually out of love. It's out of wanting me to be a better person, out of wanting to help me grow. That's probably what it is for you too. God reprimands them. He says, you've spoken arrogantly against me. What have we said against you? They answered. You have said, it's futile to serve God. What do we gain by carrying out his requirements and going about like mourners for the Lord Almighty? Because now we call the arrogant blessed. Certainly evildoers prosper. Even when they put God to the test, they always get away with it. there's something you don't know. So like these were, I believe, if we go back here. No, it wasn't the Pharisees. But these people, I got priests and Pharisees mixed up. These people basically though were saying like, other people are getting so much more and we're not. So it's just not worth it. When you try and tell God that it's not fair, I just don't think you want to test that with him. God has a plan for everything in our lives. Even through these people, like, totally disrespecting him, he still loved them. He didn't stop loving them. In fact, constantly people do stuff against God. And I'm not talking about people that go out and blaspheme God, that are like, God isn't real. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who claim to love him constantly do stuff against him. And he constantly forgives them, constantly loves them. It's great to have these visuals in the Bible where we can see people messing up and we're like, oh, they're so crazy. How did they mess up? But it's harder when we like realize it's us too, and we reflect on that and we're like, oh my goodness. So where are you messing up? Like the priests were. Where are you giving God the scraps? And how are you complaining when God is not providing what you want? Maybe you're like praying, oh God, please, like, you know, I just really want this boy to like me, and it would just be the greatest thing. And you're praying for your own gain. Is that really what you're supposed to be doing? And you're like, oh God, like that other girl got him. That's not fair. Might not apply to everybody, but I'm a female, so I'm gonna say it that way. Anyway, but where are we giving God a little and expecting a lot? And I'm not saying we can ever live up to the amount that God gives, but what I am asking is your heart in the right place? Honestly, if you read through these verses, you can see that these people's hearts were not in the right place. There are some questions that are going to be put up after I'm done talking. Go over these together. If you're watching this alone, call up a friend, text somebody, or message somebody on Instagram and be like, hey, you want to go over some questions with me? And try and just discuss and see where you can grow here from this passage. I mean, if you want to, read the rest of Malachi with them. It's not that long. Dig up your Sunday. All right, guys. Have a good one.